Hello, everyone. My name is Jack, and I've just finished watching episode 5 of the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, and it is again very bad. Another show where they just dangle the keys to distract you from the bad writing, the bad choreography, and generally the bad plot and the plot armor, in fact. So let's get straight into it. First, very important thing, the Grand Inquisitor is still alive. So yeah, uh, it just proves that the Grand Inquisitor uh, did survive from being stabbed, meaning he does have two stomachs, very much like every other Star Wars character. Uh, Ironically, Reva also gets stabbed in the stomach, and it also looks like she has two stomachs. So, yes, everyone in the Star Wars universe seems to have two stomachs. I do remember that they said that in Book of Boba Fett, the is it Cad Bane? Cad Bane. Cad Bane, the bounty hunter, he gets killed allegedly, but loads of people said that he has two stomachs. So yes, in this universe, everyone has two stomachs. Darth Maul has two stomachs. That is why he managed to survive from being split in two. The Emperor has two stomachs. That's why he managed to survive. Falling into the Death Star reactor and also surviving the Death Star 2 being blown up, because everyone has two stomachs. Yes, it just proves that death does not mean anything in the Star Wars universe, right? It doesn't matter. No one's truly gone. And this is the emphasis of plot armor. It's bad writing in its entirety with this kind of thing. You also have Reva basically be like turning into a kind of good person. I mean, you do have this kind of small redemption arc, or it might actually be that she was always good and she just wanted to have the opportunity to strike and defeat Vader. The problem with both of those things is it doesn't make sense. I mean, if it is a thing of, oh, she's now turned good, uh, it seems very quick, right? It seems very quick, like she just got reminded that she was a youngling and remembers Vader, and so she's decided, oh yes, I saw all my friends die. Okay, I'm now good. So it seems very quick. If she was always good, then that means she was killing people and even cutting off that woman's hand in episode 1, uh, you know, just to make up that she's an evil tyrant person. Uh, yeah, it's bad, really. They've made her. She's again a Mary Sue, right? Even though she does get defeated by Vader, and she is shown to be weak, it's all for the plot. So, like, even though she is shown to be weak, it's for the plot, right? I'm sure that if the plot didn't allow her to go and, obviously, spoilers again, go to meet Luke, because now she knows where Luke Skywalker is. If the plot didn't allow her to do that, I'm pretty sure she would have run away. You also have some other things like Leia being a Mary Sue again. It's because of her that they all managed to escape, because she's small enough to get into the door uh, mechanics and, hot wire it, because she's just that capable. A 10-year-old girl who has never left her home planet is able to disable the doors, effortlessly, because that's how powerful she is. Uh, Another thing, Anakin and Obi-Wan practicing lightsabers. Um, I find that quite bad, because why would you practice with a lightsaber? Something that, if by accident in your practice you cut off your master, or your master cuts off the apprentice's arm or leg, or something like that, then you would have to have a mechanical hand or leg. And lightsabers, they cauterize, so they're not going to be able to reattach it. So I find that very bad, especially when you consider that there are people out there, like, for example, fencing. People who practice fencing, they wear layers upon layers of protective armor, and specially made fabric to stop from receiving serious injuries, and even then they still get hurt. So yeah, I find it very odd that Anakin and Obi-Wan in the flashback would use an actual lightsaber to practice. I think they should use like something else to practice. But that's much more of a nitpick. But I still find it very odd. Um, Reva doesn't use a lightsaber to cut the door straight away, right? We see that she is able to cut through that door with her lightsaber, but when she first arrives, she gets the stormtroopers to blast it with lasers, right? Heavy guns. Why didn't she just go in there and use her lightsaber to cut through the door, right? We see her effortlessly cut through the door very easily, get through that door very easily. Why didn't she do it as soon as she arrived? It makes no sense. Reva blames Obi-Wan for everything. She says, "Oh, you were his master. He was your Padawan. Why didn't you, stop him and all that?" It's like, firstly, he was off world. He was there literally defeating General Grievous. He was there, like, ending the Clone Wars, right? He literally killed General Grievous, and he was just basically mopping up. He was on a mission. He had his thing. He couldn't literally babysit, Anakin, right? He had a job to do, and he did his job. He actually managed to stop, the droids. But it's just a matter of fact that the clones were, going to go and kill everyone. So it's not Obi-Wan's fault. And not only that, Obi-Wan tried to stop Anakin. I mean, he literally cut off his other arm and both of his legs. So he's just a torso, and burnt him, right? Left him there to die. Because guess what? Being left on a planet of molten lava, especially after seeing him being burnt alive, I'm pretty sure he was not thinking, oh, he's going to survive this. No, he was thinking he's going to die, right? And even the Emperor, when he actually arrived, said he's still alive, because guess what? it was miraculous that he was still alive, and he still has to have a support unit. He has to have a way to actually survive. He's in Bapta tanks, you know. So yeah, it's not his fault. He's tried everything to do it, and Reva's just blaming him because, oh well, you should have looked after him. Bitch, you don't know fucking nothing. God, yeah. You have the strong female sacrificing herself, uh, detonating, which kind of reminds me of that like wood ent type creature that was in Game of Thrones. You know, she has like these like, I don't know, egg grenades, and she allows herself to be stabbed by zombies, and then she blows up, and it's, you know, very similar to this. And you know, it's again, it's another strong female character that can do everything, saves everyone, and then sacrifices herself, you know, effortlessly and meaningful, to save, you know, everyone. So again, it's just another strong female empowerment character that I have little to no emotion. I literally have no emotion on any of these scenes or any of these characters, and it's sad, really, that I've had to actually watch this. To be honest, just seeing people on Twitter commenting saying this is the best one ever. It's so amazing, so impactful, so, you know, and it's just like, are we watching the same thing? Like, literally, it's just the dangle of keys. It is, that's all it is. It's the dangle of keys. Yeah. So to sum it up, also, because someone actually mentioned it in one of my comments in the previous video. Someone said, you know, what do you think about them possibly making a Obi-Wan Kenobi season 2, or a similar show to that, like the Reva show? I think it's quite obvious that there is a possibility that Disney could actually do that. If they do actually do that, it's going to be it's not even a cash grab, because they are not getting money for this, right? It is very much about the like the content. They just want to have content for the streaming services. They do not care about whether it actually makes money, because Disney makes money from, you know, the theme parks and, you know, from investors. So it's not about the money. It's all about the ideology and the content. And the content does not need to be good. I mean, all you have to do nowadays is have the jangle of keys and have stuff that is marginally good, and that is enough, right? I mean, we've had, this is episode 5 now. We've got one more episode left, and out of all of the episodes, 2 of the episodes are seen as good by normies, people who don't really actually look at the lore, or don't focus on like the plot or the writing or anything like that. And you know, the rest are absolute garbage. But even if you actually look at those 2 episodes, like episode 3 and episode 5, where you have Vader with the lightsabers and the, you know, the big, you know, oh, this is amazing, this is grand. If you actually rewatch it and you look at the details, you realize that it is flawed in many different ways, not only in canon but also in choreography. The writing, the plot armor is terrible, and yes, I am. If they do a Reva show, I will probably review it, but I will not be happy reviewing it. The same thing with Obi-Wan Kenobi season 2. I will not be happy reviewing it. So yeah, just to sum up, it is another show that, it's another episode of this show that is just absolute garbage. And it's just the jangle of keys to, trick people into believing that it is a good series. That's all it is. It's misdirect. So, yeah, sum it up, it's garbage. Utter crap. If you like what I have to say, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're interested for more. See ya.